Hey guys, TwitchJCB here, and I'm here to tell you why you should give Asterigos Curse of the Stars a go, as this is a game that should be included in your backlog. We take control of an Ambari warrior called Hilda, who goes on a task to search for a missing father and the Northwind Legion in Aphis. As we go to investigate, we get into a battle with a guy called Bion and lose the fight to get taken over to their underground base. The leader Minerva of the Adherents speaks with us to understand what we are here for, and as we explain our story, she still doesn't believe us and decides to make a compromise to give us the Echo Stones, which are moments of the past captured visually by the use of magic, but in return we are required to work for a group on the things that she needs. The story is already mastered with mysteries, as the more we play, the more we get to learn more on not only what happened to Northwind Legion, but what is going on with the curse of the Ephesians that they are currently dealing with. I would like to call this a hack and slash RPG game, as we have a total of 6 weapons to choose from, but we can only have 2 to be equipped at a time. Each weapon boasts new skills to be mastered as we level them up through the talent point system. On top of that, there's an attribute system to increase our base stat each time. On my playthrough, I did try out all the 6 weapons, however I mainly focused on 2 weapons being the sword and shield combo along with the spear to utilize the defensive and parry techniques along with higher health capabilities. This was able for me to complete all of the skills and master everything between them. However, do take note that even though we can learn several skills of each weapon, there are only 4 slots that can be used in battle at a time. Whenever these skills are used, we do have an astral point bar, which is a magic bar that shows the current points we have if we are able to use them. Putting this in the notion of combat, we have 4 attack buttons for our equipped weapons. Each weapon will have buttons for attacking or using a technique. We can either perform multiple hits on one of the weapons or mix things up with both weapons together to form a different combo. The special attack has a button to be held at first before using one of the 4 face buttons to execute this move. They have different factors between them, so we have variety on what works best for us. In addition, there's a lock-on button that can be used to target the enemy in place, as this provides better focus while we plan our next move. With offense comes defense, as we can dodge or use some of our weapon techniques or moves to block or parry incoming attacks. We can dash away to create space, and with these put into motion, this does cost stamina, as we can't stay in defense mode forever. If we are in need and help of battle, we can use a salve, which is a health potion that restores our health, and stardust that recovers our skill points. Our astral energy does recover from each hit we use on the enemy, and we can instantly go back to full capacity after gaining a level. There's also the conduit that is found in different places as a checkpoint to heal up ourselves, but do keep in mind the enemies do respawn again once activated. As there are lots of options in combat, there are also options in exploring what we can use to prepare ourselves for the next battle. One of the things we receive later in our journey are called Enchantites that changes the elements of our attacks. It can be used to create weaknesses or resistances in fighting or unlocking new secrets and pathways to further progress. Another goodie along the way would be the gift of Nexus that are used to grant us extra rewards once we can collect a certain amount of chests, as they are scattered throughout the lands. When we are outside of combat, we can run around the different places of Aphis to either complete our main story or do a ton of side quests that gives us different objectives while roaming back and forth between different places to reward us greatly for future travels. The world is all connected, as we can run around on foot or use the conduit device to teleport to all the different locations faster. There are various things to interact with us, as we can extend our knowledge further into reading all sorts of letters, notes and diaries that contains different topics of the Ephesian culture and society that makes the world an interesting place to keep learning new things about them. Interaction goes further with picking up different items that can be used to aid us during combat, progressing through events, or speaking with all sorts of people that are currently living in Aphis to understand how the current event is on their point of view. Even though we can only control Hilda throughout the entire game, we do get to meet different types of characters along the way. Our main point of contact is Minerva, who seems defensive and isn't too friendly at first, but later becomes more than just trust as we formed a new friendship. Bion is in command of protecting Minerva, as he shows full loyalty and respect to everyone he speaks to, and Roxanne, who takes control of the Echo Stone, is rather high up on her own horse, considering she came up from the higher upper class, as she wants to earn our trust with the work we have to achieve. Quintus is a merchant that joins a team that comes off as a sneaky fellow, and one of my favorites has to be Volcane, who's a sweet and kind smith that is happy to help us with upgrading our tools and weapons. There are more characters that comes into play which have interesting backgrounds that could either be our allies or enemies as we move forward. And lastly, we need to talk about Hilda, as she is excellent in terms of combat but lacks the experience on the field due to her father not giving her the chance. She sees this new mission as an opportunity to prove to her father that she is ready and wants to make sure that she fulfills her duty to her people. This lack of experience is tested on how she deals with the task that Minerva provides. Even though she can complete the task, there are new problems that arise with the action that she does make. These qualities make her likable in my eyes as she doesn't look too deep into the matter and thinks of her heart on what she should do next. Overall, Asterigos Curse of the Stars is a great game that presents us lots of different options to use in combat while exploring the lore of the Ephesians while trying to find clues and answers to our missing father and the Northwind Legion. If any of you guys have any experiences with Asterigos, feel free to share in the comments, and I hope you have a wonderful day.